Hey, it's Eric Edberg. Today is October 28th, 2020. I'm so excited because at 7:30 p.m. tonight we debut Woven Together, an evening, actually a virtual music party with poet Joe Heighthouse, the wonderful composer and pianist Kathy Malik, singer-songwriter Bobbie Lancaster, and me playing a little bit of cello. We're going to have these concerts every Wednesday at 7:30. You can watch on Facebook or YouTube. You can also join us in Zoom chat and talk with the performers at the end of the concert. And to get there, go to gvmf.live, Live, or just go to greencastlemusic.org and you'll find the information there. Yesterday, I sat down and talked with Bobbie Lancaster on Zoom. She wrote or channeled this incredible song, Woven, that you'll hear the world premiere of in tonight's concert. And we just talked about how I was profoundly moved by that song, about what we're hoping to accomplish in terms of creating community during this time of coronavirus isolation, and some other stuff too. Just know it means the world to us to have you join us. We hope to see you every Wednesday at 7:30. And now here's my talk with Bobbie. Hi. So first thing I have to tell you is that Brian sent me the Woven today.
Yeah.
And I had just taped Joe Heighthouse reading poems. He did 4 or 5 poems, 2 of which were kind of for somebody who had passed away. And I listened to Canticle of the Turning, and I just burst into tears. And it was so beautiful. And actually what came to me was that rather than having like us talking about pieces before we play it, to just open with me playing a Bach prelude, I do a welcome, and then we just have Joe do a poem, do Woven, have Joe do a poem, have Kathy's piece, have Joe do a couple poems, and do Canticle of the Turning with there doesn't need to be any blather.
Yeah, that's beautiful.
Not that it would be blather, but...
Well, I mean, isn't our work the most beautiful when it can stand alone and it doesn't need...
Yeah.
It can just be what it needs to be for people.
Right. So, Bobbie, tell me about how Woven came to be.
Woven came from the word woven. I had to look this up today. Brian Langdock texted me on July 29th, and this is what his text said. It said, "Good morning, friend. God weaves us all together. We are woven together with all creation from the very beginning. Weaving, woven. Does that make you want to paint something or write something or sing something?" Period. Stop.
Yeah.
And of course it did. So I think a lot of times when I write, it just comes out in a big burst of creativity. But Woven was one that I labored over because I felt that it was significant.
Yeah.
And I'm very proud of the way that it came together. I'm very thankful for the way that it came together. It's one of those moments where every moment in the song I felt had meaning. There was nothing that was a throwaway or a bridge from here to there. It was all intentional, and I think it's really powerful. I think it's relevant for right now in this moment.
Yeah, it is. Well, I was moved to tears by it, and it hit me in listening to it and listening to the poems that Joe read that, oh my gosh, so many of us have lost people. I've had relatives who died not from coronavirus, but some of us have, and I realized that I didn't get to go to my aunt's funeral. I didn't go to like my second mom's funeral because there wasn't one. And her son, actually, my second mom's son, had texted me yesterday and said how hard it was for him that there wasn't a service because they're waiting. And there's not that closure. And I don't even remember what the lyrics are in Woven. I just remember it just opened me up.
I'm glad to hear that it opened you up. I think that's our job
Yeah.
as musicians and as writers, is to touch base with those feelings that we tend to feel so deeply and allow others to experience their own journeys, their own emotions through our work. And I know that this season's been especially hard because we're awakening to the importance of some of the things that we took for granted, the connections that we have between one another, the need for physical touch. Gosh, my heart has just ached for my single friends and for the people that I know, like my grandfather, who are in an assisted living retirement community and have had to lock down. Like what you said about, the funerals, how often have we taken even gathering at that period of time and not realized its deeper, more powerful significance and how important it is to our own grieving process. I think coming out of this space and time, those of us who have lived through this pandemic are never going to take those things for granted again.
Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. It's really well said. So what I'm hoping to do with these virtual concerts and having the ability for people to talk on Zoom, it's not even a close second to talking in person, but I think it really beats total isolation.
Absolutely.
And over the years with the summer concerts, I thought, like most musicians at first, that they were about the music. And then I saw more and more they were about relationships and about community and about friendship. And so I'm hoping that we can create as much of that experience, or I don't even say hoping, I'm like committed to creating as much of that experience as we can in doing it. And it's great because you totally get that.
I do. You're giving us that gift. You're giving the artists a platform to be who we are. And we can be who we are, but such a big component of that is interactive, what I have to release isn't as beautiful unless it can be received by someone else.
Yeah.
So you're giving me that gift, and I thank you for that. And you're giving us community during a time where that has to look a little different, but the connection is still so needed, and because it's so needed, it's so powerful. This is a life-giving thing that you're doing. Thank you.
Oh, well, thank you. I hadn't thought of it. Well, I think that aspect of it actually hit me, and I feel like not so much that it's like me, but like a force moving through me.
I get it.
And I think that's one of the things that I was moved by today, to see how many people, not only locally, but I posted in the Global Musician Workshop Facebook group all the 3 summers of extraordinary musicians from around the world who'd come here as part of the Silk Road Global Musician Workshop, and how many people want to contribute a piece to play, and just having a platform and the opportunity to interact with each other. It's I think we're only beginning to see what the possibilities are. So.
Well, I'm really excited to have a front row seat to that.
Yeah, me too. Well, I guess I have the frontmostest
Yeah. Yes.
row as the seat as the host, and that's what I'm really looking forward to. So, more stuff from you and everybody. I guess the thing that I really loved was when I first invited you to do something. I imagined you just like sitting on your back porch with a mandolin, or what is your main instrument that you play when you?
My favorite is my mandola.
Your mandola, right? Okay.
But I can't put this banjo down for anything right now.
Right?
So
Yeah. Okay. You've been bitten by the banjo bug, but then with you and Brian, and it was you and Brian and Parker, and was there somebody else in Woven?
In Canticle at the Turning, Drew Cooper also joined us on percussion.
Yes, right. And that is so extraordinary. And then it's you and Brian and Parker Black on Woven.
On Woven, it's Brian and Crystal Becker and
Crystal
I.
Becker. Okay, okay. So I've merged the images together. So thanks for that. But anyway,
Crystal
having
is way better looking than Drew, just so.
it's
Sorry, Drew.
but it's having people together, making music with each other,
Yeah.
which is the thing that I've missed so much, and that I have a lot of stuff I've been working on with Claude Zimmerman, and that we'll be doing over the coming months, and with other people. He and I have a special connection, and the way he listens to me, things come out of my cello that don't otherwise, and it's having people to, just like having an audience, having people to listen to us, draw something out of us. It's like the
Yeah.
circuit gets connected.
Yeah, I totally get that. And I feel that way with this group of people that I had the privilege to create these songs with. And when you find that right collaboration, it is just it's like a drink of cold water. It's just the most refreshing, most energizing thing. When you're working with any musician, it can be joyful, but sometimes it just feels like work. But
Yeah.
when you're with your people, when you're with your kindred spirits, and it's magic and it's beautiful and it's freeing. And I'm just so thankful I got to experience that again. It has been a while. It was so good.
Yeah. Well, it was great to have you back. Great to see you again. See you. We're talking on Tuesday evening. I'll see you tomorrow night during the concert and afterwards, and I can't wait to see what the conversation is.
Well, and I can't wait to see more from you, not only through this series, but your collaborations with Claude. Every time I hear the two of you play, it reminds me to breathe.
Oh,
It
wow.
loosens something up and
Yeah.
reminds me just to breathe. It's such a treat. So thank you for being you, Eric Edberg.
Well, thank you for
Joy
being
to know
you.
you.
Likewise, and we'll see you tomorrow.
All right, bye.
Bye.